Hey everybody, this is Ron with Our DIY Homestead, and I thought I'd just take you through our garden, our fall garden of this 2024 season, the end of it anyway. It is October 27th, about 2:30 in the afternoon, and it is already 86, 87 degrees. We're supposed to get up to 90 degrees today, so it's still rather warm here in North Texas. But we're going to go ahead and just show you everything that we've planted, which is mainly brassicas, and we do have some cabbage. In this bed we have some acre cabbage on the ends, and then we got some Napa cabbage in the center, and they are doing very well. They're a little wilty because of the heat, and we just got off our water restrictions, so now I can really pour some water to them. We were on once a week watering, so it's kind of hard to keep everything alive when you can only water it once a week. But we managed. In this bed here, we got a cabbage. We've actually got some asparagus left over from the summer, so hopefully that'll last through the winter and go into the next year, so we can get something off of it. Then we have zucchini, and I believe, yeah, you can. We're starting to get some. Let me see if I can get in here. Yeah, you can kind of see right here. We got some zucchini growing, so that seems to be doing real well. You can see all the blossoms on it. This next bed is celery, and as you can see, it's not doing that well. It's still green, it's still wilty, but like I said, we can just start pouring some water to it, and I think it'll pep right back up. Now we'll go over to the next aisle. And we have another zucchini plant. Seems to be growing like crazy. This one has not produced any zucchinis yet, but I'm sure it will. And we've got another zucchini, and we've already gotten a couple of zucchinis off of this one. So we're just hoping for it. We really love zucchini. Sean makes an awesome zucchini bread, muffins, whatnot. And we do have a couple of empty beds. They're new ones. We've got all our media in the bottom, and now, which is just logs, leaves, twigs, grass clippings, and whatnot in both of these beds. Not sure what we're going to be planting in them yet, but the next load of dirt gets these filled up, and we'll use them for something. And right on the end here is artichoke, and it is really loving this weather. It was a little tough staying, keeping it alive through the hot summer, because we were up in the upper 90s and low 100s all summer long, and very little rain. As you can see, I've even got a 2-liter bottle with a waterer inside of it, and it's still not enough to keep it like it should, but it's really perked up now that the weather's cooling down a bit. And we'll come over to this one, and we've got cabbage, no, cauliflower, I'm sorry. So, and they seem to be going really well, and they're getting so big now, we're talking about maybe having to transplant them into something, or give them a little more space anyway, into something else. We've got a couple of herb beds. We got peppermint, and we've got oregano. We've even got some marigolds that have lasted through the summer. The other were zinnias, and they didn't make it through the heat. In this bed here, we have planted carrots. We did have tomatoes in there, and the tomatoes did pretty good. They were the leftover tomatoes from the main bed, and they did really well. We got tomatoes up until last week, I believe. So we just started this last week. We've watered everything, keep cardboard over the top, and once they start sprouting up, then I'll take the cardboard off and let them go. It worked well last year. We got a really good crop of carrots. I'll take you out here, and nothing's really popping up in here yet because we just planted. I've got 2 rows of green beans. bush beans. And then I've got a full row of garlic. And then in the back, I've got white onions, red onions, and a whole bunch of sweet onions. And I just planted those Friday. So we got a ways to go. Keep them watered, keep the weeds out of them, and we'll see what happens. Can almost start seeing some beans coming up. So I think we're going to do really well. Now we'll go over to the next row in the front bed. Just so you know, we have gardens in the front and in the back, and we try to keep everything going. And we have another artichoke. It's doing really well. Not really as well as the other one, but it's still growing. And this bed of celery is growing very well. So it likes whatever's in there. I did use some black cow, and we do have a little bit of fertilizer in there to try to help things grow. And this cayenne pepper is left over from the spring garden. It's still growing, still putting out peppers. It's just about done. And then we have some jalapenos that are still going to town. And again, all these pepper plants in these beds here are left over from the spring garden, and they're still kicking out peppers. Not as fast, but they're still producing. So we're going to try to maybe overwinter them in the back, but I can show you. Still putting out some nice peppers. And we've got sweet peppers. I think we're out of the banana peppers. We got cayenne, and we've got jalapeno yet. So we still have a lot of peppers. As long as they keep producing, we're going to keep watering them and enjoying what Shawn makes with them. She's dehydrating. She's making all kinds of stuff. She's made her own mustard, banana pepper mustard, and it is awesome. We just picked up a couple of new beds that we're going to be using, and these are just old water tanks, water troughs that don't hold water anymore, and people just sell them, and we can pick them up pretty cheap, and that's what we're using for our raised beds. So we'll go over to this last row in the front, and we've got more cabbage over here. Some of it's going to seed, kind of looks like, but like I said, we're just got the water restrictions lifted, so we're going to be pumping a lot more water to them, and hopefully we can get things turned around. And we got a couple beds that need to be cleaned out. And this particular one, we got volunteer sunflowers, and we had bright yellow sunflowers all summer long. You can see they're all dead, and so I'll be yanking them out of there. And we also have an elderberry inside of there. You can see it in the back there. And this front one's really growing and really crowded. We're going to be separating and thinning things out, and you can see everything's wilted because I get the heat. We thought we were out of the heat, but we're not. We're supposed to be turning the corner here this next week, and we'll see what happens. And now I'll take you to the back and show you what we're doing back there. Okay, in the back here we have 3 different beds that we've planted in. This first bed is celery, and they're feeling the effects of the heat, but hopefully we're going to be cooling down here and they'll take off again. This next bed is going to be carrots again. These are baby carrots. So again, we're just waiting for everything to sprout underneath the cardboard, and then we'll pull it off and let them go to town. In this bed we have broccoli, and it's been out here for a little while, and it's felt the most heat, but we still got a few plants that are producing. So you can hear the girls in the background. We have 14 laying hens, and we have 30 market chickens in the back. But yeah, this is it. And our next thing is going to be working in the fruit tree area in the back and possibly expanding that. We don't really know yet, but we're talking about it and thinking about it and trying to plan. And that is pretty much it for our winter fall garden of 2024. Right before harvest time, we'll come back out and show you how everything is coming along and take you along with us. And we will see you in the next video.